Welcome to Year 1.
I'm Mrs. Layton and I am the teacher for Pufferfish class. My TA is Mrs. Webster and our library day is on Thursday.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Jonas. I teach with Mrs. Knight in Turtles class and Mrs. Walls is our TA. Our library day is Friday.
As you can see behind me, we have really exciting topics that we're going to be covering over the course of the year. Autumn 1, which is now, me, myself and I, so we're finding all about ourselves and where we come from. In Autumn 2, we'll be looking at toys from around the world and toys old and new. Spring 1, we're going to learn about some journeys. Spring 2, the great outdoors. Summer 1, A Knight's Tale and castles. And Summer 2, London.
Our inset days this year. We've already obviously had some inset days at the beginning of the term, but we have some coming up. So on Friday the 2nd of October, Friday the 18th of December, in the springtime term, Friday the 12th of February, and we have a bank holiday school closure on Monday the 3rd of May. In the summer term, we also have a half day at the end of school on the 23rd of July when school will finish at 1:30.
So our PE days, and we're really sorry for the confusion caused over this, as you can appreciate there's been lots of timetable changes to make sure that all children get the best out of our school day. So we finally settled on both classes having a PE every other week on a Friday and every other week on a Wednesday. Week 1 was the first week back at school, so the 7th of September, and week 2 was the second week, 14th. For PE, we are asking children to come to school in their PE clothes, so please dress them accordingly. We would like them in long trousers if it is cold, with a jumper or a sweatshirt. Obviously plain and purple colours as well, please. They will be going out into the field for PE, so it might be worth some trainers or plimsolls as well.
Right, so we have every Wednesday morning or afternoon, Mrs. Layton, Mrs. Knight and I have our planning and preparation time, and we have teachers who come in to cover you or cover the children on those mornings and afternoons, and they do some really exciting things. We have Mrs. Moncourgère who teaches French. We have Mrs. Pearson who comes and does art with the children. We have the CM Sports who come and do PE, and Mrs. Hunt who comes to do some of the PSHE curriculum with our children.
Our first list sheet this year is actually going to be on the 10th of November. It will be about creation. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we cannot invite any family or friends to come and join us at this time, but we will put some photographs up on our school blog. Please remember that when we do get together again, not to take any photographs of our children and put them on social media. Some families don't want to have their photographs up there. We still continue to celebrate God's way and have collective worship every day in school in our classes.
So our school uniform, as you know from reception, we expect the children to be dressed neatly at school every day with the school uniform. Long hair we really would like tied back at all times, not just for PE, as it can affect their learning and get in the way of other children as well. Please, if children do have earrings, they must be studs only, and on PE days, please send them to school with those earrings covered so that they don't get pulled when we are doing PE. Please, no nail varnish in school. If your children have had fun at the weekend with the nail varnish, please could you remove it for Monday? And please, this is a really, really big ask. Can everything you send into school with your children be named, as we do have a lot of issues, particularly with jumpers, where we don't know who they belong to.
This leads on from what Mrs. Jonas has just said. Labelled waterproof coat, warm coat, Wellington boots. We will be going out in all weather this year. Everything needs to be labelled. As you can imagine, there are 30 sets of everything in school for both classes, so that's a lot to go through if it's not labelled at the end of the day. We don't want any backpacks in school. They don't fit into our children's trays, so the small school backpacks which are available to buy, those are ideal. Please make sure they're named or easily identifiable by the children. We've also sent home a learning diary and their phonics packs, which I'm sure you'll have found by now. Please make sure that those return to school every single day. During our phonics lessons, we use their phonic reading books. They'll be issued every week and we'll need them in school every day to use. Water bottles are also very important as a school bag. Please make sure its label is on it really clearly. They do wash off in the dishwasher, so you might need to reapply that over the weekend.
Can I just make one small correction there? I think Mrs. Layton said that we had to have small backpacks that came from the office, but remember it is book bags that we can get from the office. So our home learning diary, the home learning diary are also really important to keep in our book bags with our phonics packs, as we would like to write in those if we've read with your child. We'll also, on occasion, write in there if we have messages from school, such as library books that haven't been returned. And if you have anything that you would like to talk to us about, if you could please put a note in that learning diary and ask your child to show it to us in the morning, as we don't always get to look at everybody's home learning diaries every day. It's a good way for communication between us. If you could please make sure that you share with your child the front 6 pages and the back 6 pages of the learning diary, as they have some interesting information about COVID, but also about our Catholic role as a school. Unfortunately, if we do lose that learning diary, it will be a £3 charge, and you can get a replacement from the office.
Okay, reading is vital in year 1. So when people ask us what can their children do after school for homework, reading. It's really, really important. Not only the phonic books that we send home, but a wide general reading around, books at home, labels, recipes, etc. I'm sure you can find lots of reading opportunities for them. Reading daily with your phonics book is essential, and as I said, it needs to come back into school every day because that is what we use as well. All library books, which they will be going home and issued every week, can be returned every week and replaced every week. Just read and read and read, really.
In line with that, we have sent home, we know on a piece of paper, our English must-reads, which is a new initiative that we are doing this year as a whole school. This half term, the 4 books which have come out to you on a piece of paper but which are itemised here are the ones that we suggest that you share with your child at home. Obviously, we're not expecting the children to read these books. They might be able to find words in there that they know, but they're for sharing with your child, for you to enjoy some quiet time together, looking at books, asking questions, and we've chosen some books that we think are really rich texts that your children might know, but also some that may be new to them.
So maths, by now your child will have received their Some Dog letter, which has their log on. The children were familiar with this from their time at reception, so please continue. Log on, take the opportunity to explore what's on there, and enjoy maths with your child.
And how will you know that your child is doing well at school? Well, obviously, hopefully, they'll come home and tell you that they were on silver or gold in terms of our behaviour chart that we have in our classroom. If we're really pleased with them, they will have been sent up to Mr. Cunningham or someone else in the senior leadership team, and they will have received a sticker or a certificate or a band. And we also might sometimes write inside their diaries to say how pleased we have been, or we'll catch you at the end of the day also to let you know that they've done something particularly good at school that day. We still will be having our Golden Key assemblies, which unfortunately we won't be having obviously as a whole Key Stage 1 anymore, but in our class groups we will be having our showstopper writers and our mathematicians once a month. as well as our golden keys. So look out in your book bags or in the newsletters for information to see if your child has received one. Thank you.
Thank you.